Yes. Yes, we are live now. Yes. Welcome to Zoology Online Guru. Come and join immediately. Because of internet problem, just we have to close this session and once again we come back. Just wait, just wait. Okay, we are online. Some internet issues are there. Some internet issues are here, and maybe it interrupts today. Here we are experiencing some internet issues and heavy rainfall. Due to heavy rainfall, here some internet issues are there. If you are not able to listen or voice problem or any video problem, please raise your hand and we will stop this session and we'll continue tomorrow. If it is okay, let me know. If it is okay, are you able to listen? Okay, now it is okay. I think it is clear now. Is it clear? Hello. Okay. So what we discussed yesterday, we will just recall. Recall the digested food present in the small intestine, the mostly amino acids, glucose, fatty acid, glycerol, they absorbed into the blood, and through blood they are transported to the different cells. And in the human respiratory system, we discuss now the parts present in the human respiratory system. The parts. What are the parts present in the human respiratory system? We are going to discuss now. So here, human respiratory system, human respiratory system. So what are the parts present in the human respiratory system? So with a diagram, we will discuss this one. So this is these are nostrils. The first part is nostrils are present, nostrils, and after nostrils we have a nasal cavity, nasal chambers. Nasal chambers are present, nasal chambers, and then this is nasopharynx, 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 and this is uvula, uvula, and this flap is called epiglottis. The flap is called epiglottis, and the hole in the trachea tube, the hole is called glottis. Glottis, and then there is a larynx, 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 the long tube, trachea. This is called trachea. Trachea. Trachea divides into bronchi. They are called bronchi. bronchi. Each one is called bronchus. Each one is called bronchus. Each one is called bronchus. Here some of the electricity problem and also internet problem. That's why somewhat interruptions are there. Okay, here bronchi, and bronchi divides into smallest branches. Okay, it's called branchioles. Branchioles. Okay, and branchioles here, primary branchioles, secondary branchioles, tertiary, like that. And at the end of the branchiole, there is a small bag that is called alveoli or alveolus. Singular is the alveolus and more number is called alveoli. So what we are discussing about the human respiratory system. Yesterday we started this topic, and whatever the food material we are taking inside, that food material is with energy. To bring out that energy, we have to burn that material, food material, that is called glucose. So whatever the micromolecules like this glucose, they enters into the cell and waiting for the oxygen, and here we take oxygen or air, we take air into our lungs. So what are the parts present in the respiratory system we are discussing now? So we have the different parts are there in our body. So in our body, the respiratory system starting with the nostrils, so the starting point. So we have two nostrils. These nostrils enters into a chamber that's called nasal chambers. After the nasal chambers, there is a nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is there. And after the nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx also there, but we are discussing only here nasopharynx. And the flap-like structure present on the glottis. Suppose this is the glottis, and above the glottis there is a flap-like epiglottis is present, epiglottis with a elastic cartilage. Okay, and the hole in the trachea, the windpipe, the opening of the hole is called glottis, and in the glottis a voice box is present. Sound box is there. The sound box is called larynx. Larynx is called sound box. I think you are able to listen my voice, because here some internet problems are there because of heavy rains. So if you are able to listen my voice, okay, raise a thumb if you are able to listen my voice properly. Okay, so we are discussing about the human respiratory system parts. After the larynx, a long tube is present. That long tube is known as a wind tube. Wind tube also known as trachea. Trachea divides into left and right. Another branches are there. These branches are known as bronchi, and these bronchi divides into further smallest branches, that's called branchioles. In the branchioles there are primary branchioles, secondary branchioles, tertiary branchioles. Okay, alveolar branchioles also present. In the alveol, after the alveolar branchioles, the end part is with a small bag. That bag is known as alveolus. The group of alveolus collectively forms a alveoli sac. So here, what we are discussing, this is the oral cavity or buccal cavity. Buccal cavity. Food material we eat from this side, okay, enters into the esophagus and then it reaches the stomach. So in the stomach, the food material reaches here, and air, whatever air we are taking inside, the air enters into the up to the nasopharynx, and then this air enters into the glottis and trachea, and then enters into bronchi and then branchioles, and then enters into the alveolus. So here air from outside enters into alveolus, and near to the alveolus, okay, pulmonary artery. There is a pulmonary arterioles, pulmonary artery, arteriole is present, arteriole. Pulmonary artery, arteriole is present with impure blood. Here, impure blood is present. Impure blood means the blood with CO2 is called, the blood with CO2 is known as impure blood. That impure blood is present near, comes near to the alveolus with the pulmonary artery, arterioles. And here what happened? The oxygen is exchanged. Oxygen is exchanged into the blood, and blood CO2 enters into the alveolus, and from the alveolus that CO2 and comes back into the outside to the environment. The pathway of air we are discussing. In the pathway, I am writing here, in the pathway, the first part is called nostrils. Nostrils, the air enters into nasal chambers. Nasal chambers. After the nasal chambers, the air enters into pharynx. Pharynx. Then the air enters into, here see nasal chambers and in the pharynx area, then enters into larynx. Enters into larynx. Then trachea. Trachea. Then bronchi. Or bronchus, singular bronchus. From the bronchus, bronchioles. Bronchioles. From the bronchioles, it reaches alveolus. Alveolus, and then enters into blood. This is the one way, from the outside to inside. And after exchange of the CO2 comes outside. First from the blood, CO2 reaches the alveolus. From the alveolus to the bronchioles, bronchioles to bronchus, bronchus to trachea, trachea to larynx, larynx to pharynx, then nasal chamber, then nostrils, then comes out. So this is the pathway of air in the human respiratory system. We have lungs. We have one pair of lungs in the chest cavity. In the chest cavity, we have two lungs are present. Right side lungs and left side lungs. Two lungs are there. Right side lungs are somewhat larger than the left side lungs. Right side lungs with three lobes are present. Three lobes are there, and left side there are only two lobes are present. That means in the size, comparing to the size also, right side lungs are somewhat larger comparing to the left side lungs, and because there are dorsal aorta or systemic arteries present, and heart also located in between the two lungs in the mediastinum. So to adjust the space for the heart and aortic systemic aorta, left lungs somewhat it is smaller in size comparing to the right lungs. That's why in the right lungs there are three lobes are present, and in the left lung there are only two lobes are there. So we will discuss that about the lungs in the next session, but today this is the topic here. So from the nostrils, the air enters into the nasal chambers to the pharynx, pharynx to larynx, trachea, bronchus, bronchioles, alveolus. The CO2 comes outside in the exhalation, comes outside in the exhalation in the same route, that is alveolus, then the bronchioles, then the bronchus, trachea, larynx, pharynx, nasal chambers, nostrils, and comes outside. So this is the pathway of air. And next we discuss about the different organs present in the organisms, the different organisms, the respiratory organs, whatever the respiratory organs are present in the different organisms, now we have to discuss. So up to now, any doubts? If you have any doubts, please ask me. And if you are able to listen this voice. Okay, 17 minutes completed. Maybe here some technical issues and internet issues are there. So internet issues are there. So the better to stop here, because maybe you are listening or not. I'm unable to track your chart, and also I'm unable to share you the chart information. So let it be. We are stopping here. We stop here because of some technical issues and heavy rains outside. Tomorrow definitely we will take the class at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. Sorry for this inconvenience. I think if you are able to listen, chat with me. So you are not charting means this is somewhat problematic. Here somewhat problems are there in the internet. Yes, some problems are here in the internet. Okay, definitely we have to stop here. So sorry for the interruption. Definitely we will discuss the same topic tomorrow till 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. Sorry for this internet inconvenience, and take care and good night. Like, share and subscribe my channel.